All right, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm finishing setting up the this week's local online tournament thingy. I need a few more minutes to finalize the bracket stuff and all that stuff, so I'm just gonna throw on some background music. Enjoy while I finish this so we can get round one started. Oh my god, is my sound not on? I can't even hear my own self talking. Okay, there we go. Live chat, there we go. For those here chilling in chat, thanks for chilling here. I'm just about to start the event here. I just got everything going. Whew. Just got home from work. Immediately hopped on here. All right, I'm letting everyone know. Round one is posted. So we hit 9 people today, so we're gonna get a 4-round tournament actually this time, which is nice. I know with the showdown coming up next week, I'm sure people are trying to get it some last-minute practice in, or maybe they're just here to meme. Who knows? We'll find out depending on what we end up seeing being played here tonight. Hello, friends. Oh. Hello, friends. You guys will be on stream.
All right.
You guys can start as soon as you'd like.
And I haven't played on webcam in so long. All right.
All right. It's gonna be a bit of a minute for me to get everything rolling here for the stream itself. Give me 1 second.
You're fine for now.
Boom. Oh, wrong things here.
All right, I'm good.
Hey,
Are you rolling on D6 or?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Whoops.
Got 85.
I have a 6.
All right.
I will go first.
All right.
I will mulligan.
Nice zippy. Oh yeah, I should too.
Yeah, Jonah, if you don't see yourself in the first round, you got the bye then. Unfortunate, especially if you're here to really want to play games here. Okay, let me get these deck lists together.
I will do the same.
Ruby is the top layer here.
Draw. Spend 2. I'll play Winged Staff Priestess and end my turn.
Oh god, what is this? What does that thing do?
It has ward and it has last words.
Oh, whoops! I actually mixed up the codes here.
Search my deck for Winged Staff Priestess, reveal it, and add it to my hand, then shuffle my deck.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I will also pass 2 up.
Okay. Draw. Spend 2. Play another Winged Staff Priestess.
All right.
Spend 1. I'll play Snake Priestess.
All right.
And I will swing face for 2.
All right.
So it looks like Ruby is still on the Wardhaven stuff.
Yes.
All right. So in the turn, I'll just insight. All right. Go to 3.
I'm not the biggest fan of the deck. It just feels like there's no real solid way to close games out. That's my biggest gripe for the deck, at least. Let's see. What is Ruxter on here?
3/2 guy.
Opening up the deck list. We got Rune. We got the Kuon matchup as expected. Pretty standard lists, going with 2 of Penguin, 2 Evos for it, 2 Demon Caller, 3 Marlin, 3 Merlin, 3 Curse Crafter. Overall, pretty standard list. I don't see any really crazy deviations from what the main list is for it. Let me see if I can pull up. Did Ruby change his deck list at all since last time he was on stream? I think he possibly did. Let me take a quick look. I think this is almost the same list. I don't remember if he had boost kicker last time, but he has a lot of very solid tools here, which is really good to see. I assume this matchup is pretty Kuon favored because, you never get into a scenario where, Wardhaven's really threatening you too hard. I think the only big issue is like maybe you're going to be at some point required to have like a double D shift turn just because they got a bunch of like huge wards onto the board, which can be a really big issue. But outside of that, I think they're good.
I'll give Snake Priestess +1 attack. Winged Staff Priest will attack face for 2. And Miss Lion will attack face for 2. And Snake Priestess will attack face for 2.
Goddamn.
And I end my turn.
Alright. Got 4 now.
Wardhaven getting in that early damage. Demon Caller already on board. I assume we want to see like a Curse Crafter here this turn at 4 play points. Curse Crafter will definitely kind of clean up this board a bit, which would be nice. It's one of the big things about Kuon. I think like the games you see Curse Crafter on curve, those are the insane games. Looks like we're not getting Curse Crafter though. We're just getting another Demon Caller, which is a bit unfortunate. But at least you'll be able to like kind of clean up a little bit here. The token getting rush and a +1 attack, I believe. Or actually, it's going to get +2, right? Because of having 2 Demon Callers on the board.
One on the right. Yeah, Snake Priestess.
Spend 1. I'll play Holy Counterattack. I'll deal 4 damage to it.
Holy Counterattack, one of the quote-unquote big payoffs for playing Wardhaven. Having like lots of words on the board all the time, making you have your own Dragon Breath. We all know how busted that card is in Dragon. So, Haven being the control like class for the most part, they finally get some okay control tools this set. It's unfortunate. I think it just took a long time for like the really good control tools to come out to really exemplify what like the cool things that Haven can do on their opponent's turn. One of the big weaknesses of Haven in general was just really hard for them to hold up play points and also like create threats on the board that people have to deal with. Because a lot of times you'd be wasting an entire turn just to deal with the board, and then like you go back to a neutral state, but you leave your board state in a way that your opponent can just start building up their own board, and then you still have to respond to them, and you're never really put into position to win because you can never really build up your board unless you get to the point where you can drop Aegis, which has been like one of the big boss monsters for Control Haven in general. But here with Ward Haven, you're just protecting your life total, throwing a lot of big bodies on the board with big butts of health. This is one of another card that is super amazing that Haven got. If you're able to abuse the fact that you're playing a lot of wards, what is this? Saintly Leader is such a really powerful ward that not only answers the board for essentially 0 play points, or technically 3, but you get a 2/4 ward out of it, and because it's not evolved, it doesn't get answered by Surefire Bolt and things like that, which are most very common removal you'd be seeing around. So it's one of, I think, I would probably argue the best card that Ward Haven got outside of Holy Counterattack. I think those two cards were like some of the huge reasons to be playing like a Ward Haven deck or some kind of control deck with a lot of wards in it. That's definitely a big payoff in my opinion for it. All right, so we finally get the Curse Crafter. Could sack the token here to go ahead and answer the board here, then you're able to do whatever you want. I probably would do that. Is just, you get your draw, drop, you start setting up your graveyard to get to the free Kuons and the D shifts, because that's, at the end of the day, that is your win condition as Rune. You have to work hard to get there. If you just let your opponent take their time to like win the game, even though like Kuon is probably one of the better late game decks in the format, especially when it comes to like dealing like 20 damage out of hand immediately, you still can't let your opponent have as like a million free turns to like do whatever they want also. Luckily though, in this matchup, like I said, Ward Haven doesn't have very strong ways to close out games from like higher life totals. Its biggest plague is that it has no storm damage. It has no direct damage that like can really threaten things. You can't go look at your opponent and be like, look, here you go. I'm playing like Forte, and you have to once you're at 7 life or less, you're always in range of losing the game if you don't have a way to stop Forte. Haven does not have that. Like the best thing it does is like 4 damage. Otherwise, you're playing like the really obnoxiously slow card Gilgamesh, I think it is. The 6 is it Gilgamesh? I forget the name, but it's the 6 storm damage in neutral that costs like 7 or 8 or something like that. It's like never played anymore. But I mean, I guess it does provide some surprise factor if you do decide to play it in your list. It's just that's one of the biggest issues. So this is the first time I've actually seen Ruby here actually play the Shrine Knight Maiden. I think Shrine Knight Maiden is such a amazingly powerful card for Ward Haven, especially when you combo with Wilbert. If you get it off of Wilbert for free, it's this just 5/5 aura ward, big body that they have to deal with. If you choose not to engage it, usually it lives cross turn, because there's not a lot of decks out there that have access to board removal that can deal 5 other than like Dragon, especially when it comes to only using 1 card. So you almost guarantee this 5 damage going in, especially if you have some follow-up plays that either buff it in some type of way or, whatever from there. It's just a really solid card. It's, I think, I don't want to call it a silver bullet, but it kind of is for like these matchups where like Kuon is constantly fighting for board because they want to slow you down and they want to get to turn 7 and 8 because that's usually when Kuon wins games. So having this big bodied aura means they're going to have to start playing things to the board to run it in to remove it. When ideally they normally do not want to do that at all because they want to be able to use their spells. So not only are they getting their spell chained up in their Kuon lower cost, but they're getting closer and closer to that D-shift turn. Once they get up to like spell chain 10 at least, plus like 5 more Myoji followers in the grave, so they can just start playing Kuons for 0, go ahead and D-shift and get in that big damage here. We see traditional sorcerers coming down, or sorcerer, I believe, and get a heal 2 and give all your Myoji or Shikigami, I believe, followers ward. Card is surprisingly really powerful. It's a 1/4 body. Sometimes even if you're playing it out on curve, if you decide to be that wacky and like maybe a aggro matchup, it surprisingly does a lot of work. When a bunch of Shikigamis suddenly get ward, it's absolutely annoying.
All right.
All right, Diamond Master coming in, getting Storm. I assume we're going to see an Evo here. Probably going to grab another Storm follower, I would assume, so we can get some damage in here.
For a follower with Storm Reward that costs 3 or less in play.
Let's see what we're going to grab.
Play Animus Lion.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and buff, I assume. Buff Shrine Maiden, possibly. Oh, no, opting to go to Diamond Master. I'm surprised they didn't just... Oh, no, they gave Storm to the Diamond Master, so it's fine. Sorry. For some reason, I thought they... Wait.
Shrine Maiden will attack your ward.
Wait, really quick. Doesn't Diamond Master force him to target Diamond Master?
Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're forced to attack that. So,
almost missed that there. One of the big payoffs for playing Diamond Master, I don't think it's an amazing card, but in certain specific matchups, it can like host people like this. Like you have these Storm followers with like 2 health, and they kind of just lose out to the 1 play point here.
5, and then Diamond Master will attack face for 5.
Getting in that damage, you know, after talking all this crap on Ward Haven here, you be proving me wrong that it does have some legs in pushing damage here. Though I kind of anticipate it to like always be able to push some damage into Rune. I'm very surprised that we're at this point where Rune is like petering on possibly losing the game.
And I'll just blow up your board and deal 3 to you.
All right, we have Meteor Storm coming down, answering this board one of the few ways too. Nice answer to these board-based decks for Kuan, and it's such an important card in the mirror match. Not having Meteor Storm in your deck, like you can lose the mirror match fairly easily. A lot of times the mirror match comes down to who sees more Meteor Storms. That's why a lot of lists do play 2, because the mirror match is really stupid and really dumb. All right, this is a sick turn. Like being able to White Wing Aether into Wilbert into top checking 5 and possibly getting a really nice Ward Faller off of that too. Really easy to build a really powerful board off of 1 card. That's one of the nice parts about, you know, Wilbert in general in combination with White Wing Aether. White Wing Aether is definitely a card that has been like undervalued. Not necessarily by the community. I just think it just unfortunately it's in a craft that just doesn't get really good value off of like a lot of their followers. Other than Wilbert, Wilbert's a really good one to be looking at.
Let's go to the bottom.
Had to double check. Ruby Falcon does have Ward. I forgot about that. This is not bad. I mean, you could also even straight up Evo Ruby Falcon as well if they want this turn. They do play 2 of the Evo. Gonna have a 2/2 on Evo. You get a deal of 2 damage to a follower, which is nice. And whenever one of your Storm or Ward followers swings, they get some extra damage as well, which means these could get some extra damage in next turn if they so choose the Evo. Leaving up 1 play point, though, I guess they're really threatening the holy counterattack. That's one of the big things here. Since everything has Ward, you're never worried about it getting shut off. There's no really amazing board wipes other than the Meteor Storm in Kuan. And honestly, I think most of the Western player base has kind of transitioned on to basically only playing 1 Meteor Storm. So after 1, even if they play a second one, there is not always... it's not highly likely that they're going to have another copy in their hand, or at least they're going to have to search it some way.
And then, what does the one in the middle do? Does he still do stuff, or?
I can evolve him for 1, and whenever a follower I control with Storm Reward attacks, you take 1 additional damage.
Oh, okay. And all 3 have Ward?
Yes.
Great. All right.
Really awkward turn for Kuan here. They're at 3, 6, 9, 10. They're only at 10 10 spell chain or possibly count for Kuon. That is really low for being 8 turns into the game. That's kind of surprising. They must have had a very horrendous hand for the most part, I would assume. Because usually about this point, you're either like at 15 or more, or you're like one card away from being there. You're like at 14, maybe 13, depending how the game went. So I'm very surprised they're not even that close to being able to pop off with Kuon and D-Shift. It's going to make it really hard to answer this board, especially if they don't play. Well, obviously, I have their list. They don't play the second Meteor Storm, which means this is going to be really hard to answer. This is one of those big things. Like having 2 Meteor Storms, like you might think it's bricky or something. It's still really good at like closing out games, especially when you need that little extra inch against like the Kuon mirror and answering like their really stupid board states with like Kuons and stuff like that. That nicely answers the board while also pushing some damage as well.
Go with the Merlin. Go get a Witch Bolt.
Yeah, I kind of think the game might be over here for Kuon. There's not a lot they can really do here without like answering a lot of things here.
I'll cast Witch Bolt on the Wilbert.
Okay, so we're gonna get a Evo here to answer. I wonder if they actually gonna get rid of the Ruby. They probably want to get rid of the Ruby. The Ruby represents so much more extra damage. I feel like they could probably just swing into the Aether here. I think Aether is what, 7 health here on Evo. Merlin goes to 4, 5, so they have 5 damage here. Oh, this is really awkward if they choose to Evo Merlin for the Witch Bolt again. I'm not sure how they're really going to handle the board afterwards. They're just so close to losing the game. I mean, even one thing lives, and just having a one of the lions, Amethyst Lion, I believe is the name of the card, comes into play. Like the 2-drop, it's just kind of oof, it's over if you leave one thing on the board for sure.
Well, the Merlin, copy Witch Bolt on the Birdie.
Which birdie?
Oh, sorry, the standing one. Yeah, left one. And draw a card. I take another one? Or no?
No, Wilbert's gone, so you don't take more damage.
Okay, and then I'll just swing for 4 at what's her face? Ether.
Okay.
Sorry, how much power does she have?
3.
3. All right. And then 1 more at Ether.
Okay.
And pass.
Oh, is Aether only 5? Am I misreading cards again? For some reason, I thought I had a bigger life total. Okay, so board clear here. In a better position. That means, was that 3, 6, 9, 12, 13? Possibly next turn they can kind of pop off with Kuon, depending what is happening here. But once again, we're going to have this ward board here popping up, threatening things. Unfortunately, too, having the 2-drop here does have the last word. They get to search their deck for another copy and add it to their hand. So you can get some cards off of these cheaper cards, which is nice. Always presenting a little bit extra value, which I do think the deck needs, because sometimes it does have issues like drawing into cards. That's why you need some high value cards, kind of like Wilbert, being able to build those big boards. 1 card building a board is really important for the deck for sure, especially when it gets into the later parts of the game. Floating 6 here, though, is like super scary, because if you don't know your opponent's list or anything like that, it's just like, oh, I assume they're not going to float.
No cards in hand?
I have 1 card in hand.
Okay. So, yeah, they floated it, which means they have a card they can't really play to the board, or they're like waiting for the right time, hopefully, to win with that. My assumption is just like it's a holy counter or something like that, possibly.
2 left. And I'll 1, 2, snipe it.
All right, they're at 15 now, so they can play Kuon for free. Play a couple Kuons this turn. Kuon, we get our little Storm dude. We go ahead and give it Storm. We can just swing it for 4 here.
Right. Tap Kuon, give it Storm, swing at you for 4.
Okay.
I will play 2 more Kuons.
Ooh, having the triple Kuons. Is this D-Shift? There's no way. They don't have the play points. Oh my god, they do have the play points. What is going on? Oh, they were at 9, huh?
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I had 11 in there. All right, that was gone. And then end my turn. All right. Do a swing for 5.
And this should be it. I don't think the only real response they have is Holy Counterattack, which doesn't close out the game here. GG's. All right, guys, let me check what is going on in these other games here. I think we'll be done here in a second, hopefully. Whoops. Let me move this up.
Yeah, how do we report stuff?
Oh, you should be able to report on, if you go back to the challenge page, you can report it there, I believe. If you can't figure it out, just let me know and I'll fix it before the next round starts. All right, guys, let me check out what is happening here. We should be really close to being done. Oh, man, we still have 3 other things going on. I'm going to take a really quick break since I just got home. Once I'm back, if the games don't look like they're about to end, I'll go ahead and throw us into another game until round 2 starts. Thanks for watching, guys, as always. Really appreciate it. It was a good comeback. All right, I am back. I just took a really quick peek at all the games. They're all about to finish, essentially, except for possibly one. I'm gonna give it a minute, see where they're at, and if that last game is gonna take forever, we'll just hop in there and check it out till they finish it up. Until then, guys, enjoy this background music as I kind of clean up some stuff that I need to do in the background here. Hope you guys are having a good day. I see we only have 2 likes on the video. Guys, you gotta give me the likes, otherwise the algorithm hates me. So we can get like 5 likes. Come on, I believe in you guys. Let me check on these matches though for you. All right, guys, it looks like a couple games might take a little longer than anticipated. So just gonna go ahead and throw us in here so you guys can see some action going on right now. Looks like we got a Yokai Abyss list running around against Hunters. For a while, Hunters got a lot of hype built up. People really seem to like the list a lot. I just think the consistency of Hunters is the big selling point for it. If you like having a deck with a really high floor, Hunters is for you for sure. Just you don't get to have like those fun RNG games where you just randomly burst out like a combo that wins the game immediately. You just got to play a very fair game. Unfortunately, I feel like against Abyss, you can't play that fair of a game, but we'll see how this turns out for them.
Okay, with the Laimaga, I will kill the Gilnalis, and the Jaguar will kill the Yasha.
Okay.
I will hit the Jaguar to the Fox. Yeah, to that one. I will look at top 2. I will this to hand and this to graveyard. I will play one. The last words of the Jaguar is that I take the Apostle of Unkilling.
Okay.
And then I will pay 1 and 1 Evo to Evo the Laimaga and do the effect again. Let's see. Yeah. I will play the Crossbow Sniper from the effect.
Okay.
I will discard 1. From the Crossbow Sniper, I will hit 1 to the Fox, and from the Archer, I will hit 1 more. And I will swing face 5, 7, and 4. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the game. It was nice. It was interesting.
Yeah, a lot of boards. I just keep clearing your boards.
All right, this game here looks like it's really close to finishing too. This should be the last game going on here. Looks like Rune is gonna be closing out the game here against looks like another Abyss. Dark Forte on Abyss. I assume it's a control yokai looking abyss from here. Oh, the game is done. All right, guys. Next round should be starting very, very, very soon here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it running, and I'll be back here with you guys shortly. Thanks for watching, as always, guys. Really appreciate it.
Never played against Stormhaven before. Only just talking about it, so that was weird.
Stormhaven?
Yeah, and I'll be right back. You prefer like this angle? Not sure how well you can see the stuff.
All right, we're just waiting on one person to get back here, and this next round is going to be going. I should probably get their deck list ready. We're having another matchup with Ruby. Yeah. No, sorry. Was it Ruby? I'm so confused. Hold on. Sorry, Ruxter. Ruxter and is. So we're gonna have another cool matchup. Let's see what Noelle is on today. Let's take a look here. Ooh, we got a spicy dragon list coming right up for everyone. Just go ahead and remove this stuff here, and we can kind of get this going. All right, let me get these deck codes here on the screen. Let me go ahead and fix this for everyone. I'm not sure if you guys like when I do this swap here like this, so it looks like they're playing against each other. I know before I was doing side to side, but now I'm doing top and bottom. I don't know what's better for you guys. You know, let me know what you guys prefer watching in videos and stuff like this. I never know what you guys or how you guys want it oriented. All right, let me go ahead and get this dragon list up here.
I'll also pass.
Oh man, I'll play something turn 2, so that way you can do something. I'll pass.
All right.
All right, we're getting the classic passing game from Dragon and Kuon here. Looks like Kuon doing work first here. Gonna go ahead and get out Shikigami token. I really like this play on turn 2, especially when your opponent doesn't do anything. It gives you something to do, especially if you're not like playing. My brain is shutting off for a second. Sorcery Cache. You know, just being able to play a Shikigami summons still feels good because you get a draw drop and you get another spell into the grave just for doing it. If they don't answer it, you get 2 damage in like this, you know. Or maybe your dragon opponent gets greedy and like does nothing like this, or they like ramp on 2. So you get a free board to just do stuff, so which is nice. All right, we're already presenting a very aggressive board to start off here. Let me go ahead and take a look at Noel's list here. They don't. Oh, they do. They do play Conflag here, but so they do have answers to this board on turn 5. So, you know, if they take some damage right now, they probably don't care as much. They are going to go into the later game with some really high rolling cards. We got the Rhino list popping off here. This looks like it's just going to try to be like a control-y kind of combo off with Rhino. It is playing Garyu, obviously, for high value with the Rhino, along with Jade Long Tactician. And a couple Ogiri caps as well. So I'm interested to see how this deck actually plays out, especially into the Kuon matchup, which I assume is should be a pretty tough matchup. Because you both want to go to the late game, and usually Kuon is going to you know, play a little bit better in the late game.
All right, I think that will be it. 4 mana, draw. What to do? Paid 4.
All right, we got Dragon Word coming down, evoing. Gonna go ahead and remove some stuff here. I assume we just get rid of the Demon Caller, then run into the Shikigami. Because I assume we just kind of want to get into the later start of, or to the later points of the game for Dragon, as well as Kuon, just to start applying real pressure to the board. One thing nice about Dragon, unfortunately, is the one thing I hate most about Dragon. I think it's this card carries Dragon so much, Dark Dragoon Forte still. It's a really hard card to interact with when you're playing like D-Shift, Rune. A lot of your answers are target-based. There's not too many non-target-based stuff. Luckily, you know, Kuon does play a lot more followers than normal because they can get away with it, which does mean they will have things to be able to swing in here. Interesting. They do not go for the removal of the Demon Caller. Instead, they went ahead and removed the Shikigami and decided not to swing in. I guess they're opting to get more damage here this way, hopefully to get more damage here. But usually this stuff just kind of gets answered by Surefire Bullet or something like that. So we'll see what happens. Maybe even what is the card called? The busted card. Cursecrafter comes out here, and you're just chilling. Yep, here comes a Surefire, leaving up 2 more play points. Pass in here, I assume, so they can answer some things on the board if that does come out. 2 play points open means the most of the things you're only kind of representing is like Blazing Breath and Surefire Bullet. Oh, sorry, not Blazing Breath. I'm looking at the wrong list. Surefire Bullet and Rhymewind are 2 of the major options. Otherwise, they have Chain of Calling as well. They can play at the end of their turn, along with Angelic Snipe and Lamplit and Training of Witch to be. Basically 6 copies of Angelic Snipe.
Top 5.
All right, Finding Feline off the top of the deck, really powerful card. The more I play with this card in White Frost Whisper, it's just insanely powerful. It's such an amazing control tool. Being able to lock down one of your opponent's cards too, so they can't even swing. So you can delay a turn before you really need to remove something. If you don't have the things in hand to really handle it, you get it. You basically can ink out an extra turn essentially, which is really nice.
1 mana if it's an overflow. Deal 2 damage if
Will Dragon opt to pass here?
You know,
I assume not, because usually they do play a few copies of Serpent Wrath, which is a really powerful board removal, single target board removal, deal 5, but usually you don't want to waste it unless you have to, because once you hit overflow, which usually happens fairly quickly for Dragon, especially since they're going first, they can just go ahead and get an extra draw off of it for being an overflow.
I guess in the turn I'll bullet the 3 health one.
the Feline, the 1/3.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can.
Interesting. Opting to Surefire here. I guess they probably have an Angelic Snipe or something. They can just go ahead and use that card on, or maybe they're just opting for the Evo on Curse Crafter to answer it as well.
I guess we'll just play Curse Crafter.
That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, I can see why it gets banned. Get the dude.
You don't
And
see
then,
why?
I see why it gets limited.
Room player here, understanding why Curse Crafter is really busted. It's like the best removal that Rune has ever received, and rightfully so deserved to be hit. It just hurts every board it runs into. It deals 4 damage. It builds a guy. It can swing in again. On Evo, it deals more damage. It's just such a board controlling tool on one card. It's insane.
All right. How much could you possibly do? I think we just YOLO. All right. Rhino.
Oh boy.
4. Hit 0.
Ah.
It's okay. Alright, we'll do that, and then it's just 3 attack. Swing for 3 onto your leader.
Alright, go to 15.
That's it. Float 1.
I guess I'll deal 2 to it in the turn.
Which one?
Deal 2. It's the snipe, the
yes.
rune snipe thingy.
You got it.
Rhino coming in, not getting the high roll off, but still swinging in 3 damage. I guess this is acceptable here.
He's got 5 health now?
It's 5 health.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you have an answer right on board.
I know. I didn't think it required everything. 1, 2.
You're like, dang, it has to. I need 2 cards to get rid of it.
I'll just swing at you for 3.
Okay.
2 more.
All right, pressuring Dragon's life total, putting them down to 9. Hopefully just to swing out this way. If Garyu comes out, that could be pretty annoying for Rune to really deal with. But one thing, Garyu does have an Evo, so I was going to say Rhyme would answer that pretty nicely, but once it Evos, it won't be able to answer it too well, so we'll see if that happens here.
3, I'll cast a concentration, heal 3, and draw 1.
Concentration coming out, going to draw and heal 3. Such a powerful card, especially if you end up playing it in dirt, because it does get 2 draws when you play it in dirt. But still, such a powerful card that you're still playing it on in non basically dirt rune lists. That was a really solid turn for Rune there. We got to push 6 or 5 damage, I believe, in, which was a really big swing. Answer the board nicely, and also draw 2 cards this turn as well after putting 2 spells into the grave. Like, I don't understand if you don't believe Kuon is real, like games like this that have just such efficient answers, such high resource count in hand, like how could you not believe Kuon is one of the best, if not the best deck in the format currently? It's just such a busted deck.
All right, 7 mana. Draw for turn. Play Garyu.
All right.
So on play, draw, and then pay 1, evolve.
All right, Garyu coming out. What is it summoning here?
Drop or lower.
At least it makes it a little bit harder for them to really get through.
And I'll play the Jade Long.
Oh, we get the tactician here. I believe it gets to pump up Garyu a bit as well. Let me double check here.
Any other follower I select is just +1/+1.
Yep, it has Storm and Strike as a 3/5, so it's gonna head.
While Garyu's on the field,
I assume it's gonna buff Garyu to +2/+2 because it's the only thing you can buff here at this point.
Garyu is gone.
Mhm.
Everything is ward.
Oh, okay. Does he have ward himself or
Does
no?
he have ward? No, he does not have ward himself. He's a 4/5.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and swing into your 2/2.
All right.
All right, answering the little 2/2 there.
Card.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 3/3. Wait. I'm sorry. I thought Did you draw already?
Oh yeah, I can put it back.
Oh, I mean you're gonna draw it next turn anyways. Yeah. Sorry. I meant
okay,
the
no, good.
first crafter.
Oh, okay.
For some reason I thought it was like still a 2/2. So it's a three.
Right.
You're on your curse crafter, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yep.
gone.
And then the guy gets big. It's a 4/7.
All right.
Garyu here becoming a 6/7 or something like that. Let me see the stats. Excuse me. Yeah, 6/7.
And then I'm
Oh, sorry about that.
stay tapped.
Did not have the button ready to mute my mic.
Play. Whenever I have overflow, I can search for her 2-mana spell.
All right.
Ooh, locking down the token as well.
Oh, that's
Searching deck as well.
Does it cost less?
I'm sorry.
Does it cost less when it's in the
It
EX?
costs less. It costs 1 now instead of 2.
No.
At this point because I'm in overflow.
All right.
Okay. Other than that though, I think I will. Yeah, I'll just pass turn.
You know, though I still think Dragon is not in the best spot in the world here.
That's a 3.
Which one? It's a 3.
It looks like they're stabilizing pretty well.
Very big.
I think Feline showing really how powerful it is, even though it's locking down a 2/2, makes it a bit harder to actually clear out this board. You need to have an answer for the 6/7, and they can't also run the Shikigami into the 3/2 here. Like probably they would love to here because drawing and discarding here would be really, really big for Kuon, obviously, but also just being able to answer that and possibly draw answers in for the other thing. All right. Ruxer got to take a break away. It sounds like one of their kids might have fell over or something. So, but yeah, this matchup is pretty interesting overall because I think at the end of the day, one of the big things that Dragon has and the thing I hate the most is Dark Dragoon Forte. It just says like you can't interact with this card. It's really hard to do anything with. So getting swings in for that is really huge. And also the fact that Garyu here is evoed, which means it can't really be answered by like Rhinewind or anything. You're going to have to actually damage it out, essentially. Yes, you know, with Kuon Rune, they have a lot of ways to just damage followers on board. But a lot of times you don't want to waste that many, that much of your resources just to clear out one big dude. Usually Rhinewind is like the answer for that. But yeah, this is just an awkward board state to really truly be in for Rune. But they have a lot of resources, so let's see what happens here.
All right, I guess we'll just bullet the middle one.
Yep.
All right, Surefire here, bringing it down to a 3 health follower, which is good.
Do a Truth Adjudication for 3 more.
Onto it, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, using that to remove it completely.
And then...
So everything now has lost ward.
2 more we will just pass with 2 up.
Draw.
Rune does have 2 open here, which is nice. They can't answer any of the followers swinging in. With her sitting at a healthy 18 life here, I don't really think any huge swings other than like Forte is going to really change the life total here by a lot. But Forte plus what's on board, though, does represent 11 damage, which is a huge swing. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe they just put Rune to 7, and hopefully that's enough. But I assume next turnish 3, 6, 9, 12. They're at 12 total. They're going into what is that? 8 play points. They could possibly get there, especially if they lose the 2/2. They're going to draw a discard, putting them at 14.
I like the actual name.
Or sorry, 13, 3, 6. Is that right? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, they'll go to 13 easily, and they could possibly play like 1 or 2 more spells and then just be ready to pop off, drop some Kuons if they want to. Though they might not be able to D-shift if they're only going to 8, which is what it looks like for play point totals.
So then it'll be like that, huh? 13, and you'll go to 8. Do that, and then. I'm gonna draw.
All right.
Opting the draw here. What are we looking for? I do like the idea of just going Forte, swing everything to the face, pass turn, and see what they can even really do here.
I'll go ahead and swing at your face, buff Feline.
All right.
And
So
then
3.
You took it? All right.
Oh, I forgot this pump, so it actually makes it a full damage this turn if they have Forte.
Play Fina. I'm gonna do the look.
It looks like they don't have Forte. Fina coming in here. Top chicken 5, hopefully to grab another 1-drop. I assume we're just kind of looking for Feline, whatever, however you say her name. Looks like they might have whiffed. Where they're looking at their hand, rearranging cards already. Yep, looks like they whiffed. Unfortunate. How many 1-drops does this deck actually truly play? It plays 6 1-drops they could grab. So you're not always guaranteed to hit.
And deal 2 to your face.
Okay. Draw. Discard. What's this? All right, insight.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go ahead and swing for 2.
2. All right.
That's it.
Oh man, that was the wrong thing to do. I'll just chain a calling end the turn.
Sure.
Wow. Guess I'll take a Merlin. Go to 8. That's 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2. You've got 3 open?
I do.
Oh, that's too many.
One away from being able to actually just like Kuon D-shift this turn and try to close up the game that way. Honestly, 3 open though is like so scary for Dragon because they're just representing Serpent's Wrath, which is a big issue. Which means a 5 attack follower is not going to get through. But if they have Kuon give their Shikigami token Storm, they could swing it in, and then D-shift afterwards. The big issue here though is it looks like they don't have a Kuon in hand or the D-shift possibly, or at least a way to get up to exactly 15 in grave. What are we searching out here?
dude.
Okay.
Any cut preference?
You're good.
I think this is kind of the point where
Oh,
if Rune is kind of set up for the most part,
one.
and they have D shift here, or not here, but if they choose not to like kind of try to pop off or like do anything really aggressive this turn, you know, if Dragon passes turn back, they kind of lose the game here. I assume they should. Rune should be at the point where they should be able to close out the game with a D shift and not even truly need Kuon. But I guess it really depends on what is going on in Dragon's hand. What kind of interaction do they have? The biggest thing here is either Blazing Breaths and Serpent's Wrath, which is both insanely powerful
I
cards.
guess we'll just swing into the 5-drop one.
All right, we're gonna Serpent Wrath here. Yep, Serpent Wrath, removing the board, getting that
Then I'll draw.
removal out of the way. So now anything they do now can actually kind of pop off.
2 for this thingy.
All right, they're gonna go ahead and heal 2, get a token. Honestly, if they have Kuon in hand here, they could push 4 damage like pretty easily, which is pretty funny.
Dude, draw a card.
Or sorry, not 4 damage, 6 damage.
I'm gonna ward both up and pass.
I mean, I think I would have took the 6 damage if, especially because since traditional sorcerer does give ward to the bigger Shikigami token, I forget the name of that one. You know, ward aura 4/5 is pretty hard to like really deal with.
Yep.
I'm wondering if they just do not have Kuon in hand. Like, I think this turn would have been fine just playing Kuon and taking the 6 damage plus the ward. That seems like a really powerful turn. I guess you get outed to, or you get blown out by Conflag. I guess if you're playing around Conflag, that could be an issue there. But usually, if you have a follow up afterwards, it doesn't really matter.
Because you healed.
Alright, concentration and this thingy.
Mm, mm. It's not mathing.
What could Dragon be thinking about here?
And they're just 2/2s, right?
I wonder if they're thinking of clearing these wards and then possibly going into Ogiri Cap for game. That would be pretty spicy here. Clear 2 wards, try to get in like swing for 3 or something with the Feline, I believe. Dude, I can never say her name correctly. Just pump, you know, swing in with the gem dude, pump up Feline, I guess. Swing in to clear another ward here, and then go Ogiri Cap. I mean, if they use one removal to remove one of these swings, you just swing in with the other ones anyway, and just go, yeah, swing in for, swing in with Ogiri Cap or whatever. Doesn't look like they have Ogiri Cap in hand though, because Ogiri Cap would be a nice, you know, answer to this board as well without having to pay for the storm cost. And then you get to still swing in for, what is that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 9 damage here anyway, which is pretty big. You know, assuming that Rune has no real answers. But I think once Dragon passes back here, the game's kind of locked in for Rune. Unless, like, you know, when this is the game where Rune has, like, all of their Kuons and stuff on the bottom of their deck.
I guess we don't really have an option, right?
All right, I see you 13 viewers out there. Make sure to give the stream a like. We're missing some likes on this stream. We need to beat that algorithm. The YouTube algorithm.
Oh, did you use all of them?
Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and Bellringer.
Alright.
Pay 3.
You kill one of these dudes.
Ooh, Bellringer Evo this late in the game. It's happening.
Let me crash.
Draw, discard a snipe.
Oh, it's terrible. Alright, I'm gonna crash my Bellringer.
All right, running the Bellringer in to get that draw immediately. I like that. It's a play that doesn't happen too often, but it
I
happens.
haven't seen that play in so long.
Alright, this is kind of what I was hoping to draw, just because it pushes more damage, but it's not like it's gonna do it.
Oh my god, it's Electro Rhino.
Okay.
How many are we gonna hit any here? This will be the first time I see it ever hit if it does hit.
I hit
Oh my god, it hit.
Alright.
fuck.
Woo. That's good, right?
It only procs off of one Rhino, so it's like...
Oh.
I'll do it again.
Unfortunate, it did not hit the second one.
Oh, so you
One card too early. That would have been a hype turn. But we get a 6 Storm dude here coming in.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I guess I'll just swing 2 into yours.
You draw, discard a penguin.
Alright.
Take 3, 6, 12.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. So, you're not gonna cast anything?
No, I'm at 0.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So it's just gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13 because I have to buff 1. So +1, +1.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'll just put it on.
5.
I'll just put it on this. Alright, you can go though. You can end my life.
Alright. Well, I would if I could. Sorry. I'm at... I don't think I did the math.
Sorry, I have 1 more mana.
Oh, okay.
I'll just tap it.
Oh, this thing. Okay.
All right, going to go ahead and tap that.
How much?
Sorry. So, it is
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
4,
9,
7, 13, 15.
15. So I'm at 3.
Yes.
Yeah, damn. All right.
So I think
Alright, I'm gonna...
unless Rune just does not have a hand that can win the game here, they kind of just lose-ish here, possibly. We'll see what happens.
And you have no wards?
No.
Alright.
I used Bellringer to do it.
Do we have the Kuon here to start swinging in, then a D-shift to follow it up?
Oh, this game is all gone horribly wrong. Let's see. 1. You have 2 cards in hand. I'll pay 1 for an insight. And you
So we don't have the Kuon, we don't have the D-shift. One or the other, something wacky is going on here. We have Meteor Storm to clear this board, maybe?
No way.
Yep. It's not great right now. How many Fortes are in your graveyard?
2.
God damn it. It's the last one in your hand. Two, 5, 3.
Jade Long is also a storm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I misplayed this again.
I feel they're not seeing a line that actually gets them out of this situation here. They're so close to greatness here to just end the game, but it seems like they might be missing some tools. I think this is just kind of also a scenario too where you're just kind of forced. Like if you have the D shift at least, you're probably forced to D shift this turn. I would just try to play out whatever I can and then like D shift and hopefully get to something. But honestly, it's not looking too good.
Try to live longer. I'll just snipe the 5-drop.
This one,
Yeah. And then I guess we will cast a D shift. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's looking rough.
Yep, I wish I had a cool one. All right, and then I'll take my next turn.
Yep.
All right, D shifting here to see what happens. Cool one off the top, plus maybe some ways to get more Shikigamis on the board so you can swing in a little bit at least. You're so close yet so far away. 9 damage is all you need here. Well, technically you need to find 8 out of hand, right? 1 Kuan gives you 4 damage there. You would need to find 4 more damage. Merlin Evo only gives you 3 because I think they already cast the 3-drop this game. Oh man, the Kuan here would cost 6 anyway, which is really rough, even though they're at 10 play points.
Oh wait, shit. That costs 7 now. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that doesn't work either.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do. Get rid of
Not having spell chain for the cost 5 Meteor Storm, unfortunate.
I would just start swinging for 1. Get in there. Yep.
You know, if you just swing 1 here, you can cast that, can't you?
No, there's some dudes in there too, so it doesn't help with the spell chain.
Oh, I was about to say, it clears board.
Oh yeah, I know. I just wanted some defense in case you got a forte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we'll just hit your board for 6.
Okay.
And take 3. Ah, shit, that dude's at 1. Alright, I guess we'll just snipe him for the rest. I got 2 open, and you're up.
Well, I'll just reveal it.
No.
I did have the last one.
Unfortunate, no Kuans this game. They're all at the bottom of the deck. Like all Kuan players, they are unfortunately cursed and have to have to eat shit. Unfortunately, that sucks, man. Those games where you're playing Kuan, you have everything lined up. You just no Kuan. They even casted Chain of Calling, which usually helps a lot to find the Kuan when you need it.
And then I had one. Do you remember when I did the Chain of Calling? I forgot it gave me 1 play point back, so I should have discarded something else and then inside it after that.
Right. Okay. Yes.
I think that could have helped too.
That was definitely it.
All right, guys. Next match should be starting very, very soon as they report this. I think this was the longest match. This was the last match for this round 2. We're moving on to round 3. It'll start shortly here. Thanks for joining me as always. I see you guys out there. Thanks for the extra likes, guys. I much appreciate it. If you're still chilling here, throw some likes up for the stream so we can get more views on the algorithm, as always. Got to beat that YouTube algorithm boss. I'll see you guys in the next game, which should be starting in a couple minutes.
Are you going to the tournament? To
The Grand
LA?
Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
You are? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so like this is kind of how I expect it, right? Just a bunch of runes. You know, honestly, not gonna lie, I expect there to be some aggro abyss. I think it's very good.
I think I'm gonna see some fairy forest while I'm there too, just to counter.
Yeah, a fairy forest definitely as well. And probably sword just because it's like popular, right?
Yeah, that too. Especially with the new I forgot her name already, the 3/2.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't think it's a bad choice to go sword, but I definitely don't think it's a great choice for Swiss because like if you miss like a 1-drop or like a 2-drop, it's so hard to just stay up on tempo.
I refuse to respect sword.
I just can't. I just can't respect sword.
My friend also tried to play sword in his locals or like 2 locals, and he got destroyed by like 3 aggro abysses, or they're like sanguine / aggro, and like he was like, you know what, I'm converting. I'm switching to aggro.
Yeah, and like sword's been played with the same issues forever.
Exactly. Right. All right. That's crazy. I don't even have to change my thing. It's all rude.
I haven't played Rune today yet. Funny enough.
Oh, okay.
Any way you'd want me to cut?
2, 1, 3.
Sure.
How about you?
Just do half, and then let's just say top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
All right. Low on app. All right. High roll. 5. All right. We go again.
All right. This is our first Kuon mirror. I am not looking forward to talking about this matchup. Update these here. Did I swap them around? No, this is correct, right? Yeah.
No, I wanted to play second this time.
I have like a mental flow chart for classes. I think Dragon's one of the. It's like 2. I think it's Dragon and. Is it Dragon and Abyss that I usually go second on? Everything else is go first.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think also that's fair to go against Disdain because you're limiting their draw. This deck, however, I prefer going first, but I wanted to go second just to try it out. But whatever, I'll go first. Right,
oh wait, I might have the wrong codes. Sorry, it's Dragon versus Rune actually. Wait, no, this is wait, is this the right ones? I'm so confused now.
I think I'll lose off of this.
I will keep this.
I'm gonna keep as well.
All right.
I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna lose off of this. All right, your move.
Oh, I did mess up the codes.
I pass.
Okay. Draw for turn, and I will also pass.
All right. The beauty of Dragon is you can ramp, and then they have like 3 like removal spells, and they're like, you need to play something, and I'm like, no. I'll also pass.
End of your turn.
There we go. So once again, another Dragon versus Kuon matchup here. Let me take a look at the Dragon. Oh no, sorry, it's the same Dragon list as last time. Another Kuon list here. It looks like it is the pretty cookie cutter standard build once again. They do play Fire Chain as a 1-0, which is interesting. Oh, they're playing the Agnes Tachyon too. The Agnes Tachyon tech. I think Agnes Tachyon in the list is like can be really good and really bad at the same time. It's just it's really good against the board-based stuff, but it also doesn't really help you as far as getting to your critical mass as quick as possible. So sometimes it slows you down a little bit. It's kind of you're playing that over Penguin, which I actually prefer playing Tachyon over Penguin if you're going to do something like that. Being able to reuse some of like the Shikigami summons and stuff for extra draws is really, really powerful. Just getting like the Meteor Storm back to your hand also is really huge in the mirror match, in my opinion, which is one of the big things for that I think Rune players are going to have to care about a lot going into the Grand Showdown.
You got me.
I'm getting nervous because
I told you. I was like, I'll live or die with this hand, and I'll lose.
We will. I'll follow your lead. I will pass.
That's crazy. All right.
Room with the classic pass every turn, baby. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys.
I'll play the strongest warrior.
Leaking secret text with Prussia. Clicked on him by accident. Let me get back into this game. There we go.
See you later, Shikigami. We'll draw. Make the most optimal play possible by discarding Trial of Light. And
Just like any good rune player, that's
as one does. End of turn. We will play Sorcery Cache.
nice.
We will grab Surefire Bullet, and we'll put Concentration in the cemetery.
Oof. Having answers like that's pretty nice.
What can I say?
The Ambassador Evo points are very nice. Can't wait to meet Igni in person. It'll be a lot of fun meeting up with him in Cali once he's there. I'm going to get that pelt. If you guys have watched the set review with Igni that we did, I'm going to get that pelt card signed by him for sure.
We'll just play Curse Crafter and summon and then bury.
Summon and destroy. You got it.
All right, immediately answering Dragon Warrior here. Interested to see if the game goes as long as this one. I think if Rune is basically chilling, has the Kuons, and they get to turn 8, the game should be over-ish. It just really depends on the board state Dragon has. Garyu on board makes things kind of awkward, especially if they have multiple Dragon followers on the board. Just having to get through all those wards is like a rough part if they don't have a nice, clean answer to Garyu, either leading into or like during the turn that you do play Kuon. This list also opting to play triple Sorcery Cache, which is, this list is like so heavily teched for like the mirror match and dealing with like the aggro board states. I like this list a lot. It's a very clean, solid list overall. Surprised you're not going for like 4 Angelic Snipes essentially, because Rune's one of the few classes that can do that. Surprised they didn't opt for that, but they did go for the Fiery Chain as the one of, which is interesting choice. It probably comes up pretty often against the sword matchups, possibly. I'm interested to like see what kind of work it actually gets in, if any at all, in like the dragon matchup as well.
All right, I did hit something.
Not bad.
So, Feline, I'll add to hand.
Sweet.
Do I ward? It's not like you're gonna storm me. Sorry, that's all my play points. Go.
Do I just go all in on that? You might storm me is what I'm afraid of.
6 mana. Maybe the dragon play is in me.
Man, 6 mana, funny deal 7 lady.
Yeah, it's just like dragon. Just dragon just pulls it out. I might not even have it, but I know we'll have it next turn.
It's coming.
Joking about the Forte coming out next turn.
Be less good? Question mark. 7. We'll play traditional sorcerer. Aim 2. Summon a Shikigami with ward.
Traditional sources coming out, creating some wards, creating some blockers here for to deal with the Forte. Ooh, Agnes Tachyon coming out. Possibly using Evo Point here. Gonna get sniped, I assume. We'll just go ahead, snipe away Fina. -1/-1 on the Bellringer, I guess. Unless they have something else better to play for 1. Oh yeah, just gonna get the draw here. Oh no, they just added Trail to their hand for the discard on the Shikigami. One of the cool things about that match, or that like tech for sure, is just like you can recycle Trail of Lights to get so many extra draws just because of that. Enter the board here. I feel like you know, I mean, we're only like 4 turns in or 5 turns in, but I feel like Rune is already in such a solid position to be in. I'd be, if I was a Rune player right now, I'd be super happy. I'd be like, yep, this game's mine. It's just I'm in a position that's really strong. They can't 14 me this turn because it requires all their play points. They don't have a way to get through my ward. I just healed to 22, which means 3 Forte Evos does it in the game for me since that's only 21 damage. And I've been able to set up this board state here. Nice conflict coming in, clearing up the board here, which is really, really powerful for Dragon. But we're going to get 2 draws here. Shikigami token, draw 1, discard 1. They're going to just discard the Trail of Light that they did just get back to go ahead and draw again. Showing you truly how powerful the Agnes Tachyon tech is in the rune lists.
I just wanted to give you some.
Yeah.
Just in case, you just never know.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to ward it?
I'm not gonna ward it.
Okay. I will draw for turn.
All right, we're hitting turn 6 here. Was that 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8 spell chain / Myoji stuff engraved, it looks like. Because it looks like they're separating it at least. Which is really good for them. We're going to go up here, get a dude, draw a card. Go ahead and fill more of our grave up here. Getting really close to that critical mass. We're only on turn 6. I still have stuff to play here. Ooh, I like this. We're going to go ahead and search. And then I assume we're just going to Evo, clear out that Bellringer Angel possibly, or, maybe we just summon another 2/2 on the board. Another 2/2 on the board does represent another draw discard, which is really powerful. They technically could just search out here a Trail of Light or something like that, just for anticipation of losing both of their Myoji followers here, and being able to draw a discard as well, build up more of a hand size. We'll see how they end up handling this, though. Yep, Trail of Light, which seems like the play here. I assume Evo probably either they're going to answer the Bellringer, which I feel like there's no reason to answer the Bellringer, or summon just another Shikigami token, which I think is a little bit more important. I like the Shikigami token more, just because that represents another draw discard on the board, which means we are going to go ahead and get our grave up a little bit more. Also, the Shikigami summons does let you draw a card as well. Yeah, lets you draw a card as well. Looks like they're opting to value the health a lot more.
Oh, sorry.
I think I would have been way more greedy and went ahead and built a whiteboard, because you already know they use conflag. Yes, your board isn't very tall, but building a very wide board anyway, once one of the conflags is out of the way, if they're greedy and only play one, you're set. Otherwise, yeah. Trail of Light, going to draw a card here. So look at this turn. It's such a good sequence turn here. We still get to discard a bunch of cards in our hand to go ahead and set up our grave here. What are we up to now? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Looks like 13, which means they'll be on 14 once this Shikigami follower is gone, which basically means they're at the point where Kuwan is now threatening lethal here. Yeah, I think I would have really liked the second Shikigami instead of healing and drawing a card, because you're already at 22. There's not a lot of board states where you just immediately lose the 22 life. Having two Shikigami tokens on the board would have been really big here, because if they clear the board, then that means you are now live for Kuwan D-Shift, and you can just push a lot of damage that way immediately on turn 7, right on time, because your Kuwans will be 0. All right, looks like we're getting some force engages here. I assume we're going to be seeing some searches. We're going to get out the White Frost here, which is such a powerful card. I already knew this card was super strong, but it was even stronger. It feels so much stronger once you start playing with the card too. It's just amazingly powerful.
Maybe I'll just let you hit me with the 2 beta, or with the 2.
That 2's pretty girthy.
All right.
Half is fine.
All right. There you go. ahead and yeah. How do you like that? Yeah, ward. Yeah, float.
Oh snap! I wish I could.
Wow, floating 6 here. What is their hand? They're floating 6.
Right.
For the low cost of 7, you can standard. I don't see what the problem is.
You got a point. Oh, I should have thought of that. We'll just start with an insight. Roll 1.
Man, I just have really hard games, huh?
Be rough. It's hard.
Not even
here.
for like the matchup, just in general.
What's in here? Not that card yet. We will play another Merlin.
Can you not?
I need the truth.
Can you not?
All right, we got the truth out. I assume we're just going to be pushing some damage here with this, unless we're actually drawing cards or something ridiculous.
How would you like that cut?
You're good.
Play the. I assume we're gonna. Oh no, you can't play it in Evo this turn, unfortunately, unless they're playing a 2-cost thing. So, yep, looks like we're gonna Evo here. I assume we get. What are we getting? I personally, once again, I like getting the Shikigami tokens. I think that's like a really powerful move. You get a draw, you get to put another thing on the board. Yep, there we go. And every time they don't let you, every time they leave their followers up, that means you're just going to get more extra free damage in. And you can always respond and run it into some of their followers to trigger the effect, as well as if you happen to draw into Cursecrafter, you could, pop your own guys too, which is nice. Right. Agnes Tachyon coming down for 2. Assume we're going to get some swings in here. Opting not to swing with the Merlin instead, but yep.
On your girly, can't think of her name, Merlin.
Oh, Agnes. Oh, Merlin.
The standing Merlin.
Sure. Yeah. And you're overflow, I think, right?
I am in overflow, so I will draw. And then I will go ahead and kill your Agnes.
Sure.
All right, 6 play points. Floating 6 play points for the double Serpent's Wrath.
Yep.
Getting 3 draws on my opponent's turn.
End of turn, I have 8. I will discard a sorcery cache and pass.
Gotcha. All right.
I feel once again, I feel like we're in that game state where if Dragon passes here, they probably lose the game, especially if they don't completely wipe the board. I don't know how they live through a Kuan D-shift turn, which is where they're at now.
It is a conundrum.
Interesting. How do I hit that win button? You were at 25. You didn't cast concentration. You casted what do you call it?
I casted Shikigami Summons.
Shikigami Summons. Right. Okay. Can I see? Can you show me your removal, like your it from your grave?
So sorcery cache, surefire bullet, angelic snipe. That is it.
Okay. And you're at 13, 15?
I might be at 15 now. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14? Okay.
However, I do also have 2
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the OGs.
That's all good. Really forcing my hand here.
Fenrir.
Oh, true. Gosh.
It's just Cunflag, but on a body.
God, why can't I just think of these things? All right, well, let's go ahead and pay 1, kill your Agnes, or not Agnes, Merlin.
Merlin.
Yeah. Deal 2.
2 life.
Because she's on the board.
She is really good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and God. Ooh, play 1. Two mana.
Yeah.
I'll
I think you draw off that too.
I'm debating.
Oh, okay.
It's like the draw is whatever, I think, for me. I'm gonna ramp. As much as I don't like to, I'm just gonna ramp.
Opting to ramp this late in the game. Spicy.
End turn.
If it's not Kuon D shift this turn, they just did not have any Kuons in hand. Is that what's going on here? Kuon players all cursed on stream.
I'm gonna play. Pay 3 for Truce Education. I will hit your face for 3.
Okay, no Kuon, or maybe they do have Kuon. No Kuon, no D shift turn, I guess.
We play Agnes. 2 evolve for.
And is Tachyon Evo here? What are we grabbing with 2 play points left? Are we just getting another Shikigami token? Oh wait, no. Looks like we're just gonna add that back because we're gonna start cycling 3 damage over and over again.
Agnes, swing into the bell ringer.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to deal 4 to life.
Yeah.
And I will pass there.
You got it.
Interesting they did not play the Tachyon before. To just -1/-1 on the Feline. So she's a 0/2, so it doesn't really do anything for the rest of the game.
Kill Agnes.
Sure.
All right. I will go. 10 mana, draw.
10 mana time.
Unbelievable. I just don't have words. All right, well, let me tell you something.
What's up?
I'm gonna play this. I never had a card to drop with, but it's gonna be this card. All right.
What's that? 3/5 that buffs him or gets buffed.
Are you floating anything?
I am floating 2.
Yeah, of course. course you have to float 2.
I love floating mana. Play points. Sorry.
Let's Honestly, let's see what you got. Well, let me pay 1. Yeah. That's the second evolution.
You got the Jabberwock treatment.
All right, we're going to Evo to pay 1 to drop a Forte 4. Essentially, 1 play point here, I assume, unless they're playing something else. But it sounded like they didn't have anything else worth playing. So Forte coming out. I assume we try to swing here for 5 or whatever. You know, we got the Surefire. We got the answer to the 1 of Forte without the aura. Not having the aura, not good for you.
And your life.
Oh no! What else you got?
Really wish I could say I got more, but yeah. All right, I'm just gonna tap one of your Shikigamis.
All right.
Go down to 3 play points here. Once again, locking down a Shikigami, so that's at least 2 damage they're saving themselves.
All right, and I'm gonna float on 3. You're good.
All right.
What if I just never had this?
Floating 3, threatening Serpent's Wrath, I guess. Opting not to pop the other Shikigami. I guess giving your opponent these draws probably feels immensely horrible. Surprised they didn't go ahead and ward both of their 1-drops, just because they can't really be traded into very optimally.
I don't know if you care. I wanted to ward these because obviously I just died a D shift, right?
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, sure. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, they meant to ward. They just kind of fast played there.
We will instead Crimson Meteor Storm first.
Well, I mean that's cool.
All right, so they only need 6 damage here total. So we get a swing in for 2 here, putting them to 6. I assume we just pay 3 here to do 3 damage. Because you're at a comfortable 23 life total, which means there is not much your opponent is going to be doing.
And I will pass there.
No way. How many truths are you running?
1.
Pretty sure this is kind of it. The game is in that it's over position.
How many damage did you deal?
The Crimson Meteor Storm.
No, that they just put the token on there because it was stunned, so it could not stand the next turn. So it's not 6 damage
3, 4, 5,
or 6 attack or anything like that.
Yeah. I was at 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. You're good. I was just like forgetting.
No, you're good.
All right. I mean, fuck it. Do this. Draw. Dang. Can I just scoop? All right. So I'm gonna play this card.
Playing PTP to just end their life because the game is over.
There's no point. Man.
Dragon put up a pretty good fight for what was going on here. They never got their combo off to Garyu plus another card. That's one of the biggest weaknesses for the deck. It's just like, it's always a 2-card combo. You need to find the 2-card combo, and you're playing a class or craft that just does not have good search.
I had combo, I think, last turn officially.
Yeah.
You kept floating, and I'm like, he's gonna Blazing Breath my Kuon after I D shift. I'm gonna be so sad about it.
I was just like, I mean, you're gonna. What are you gonna do, right? Like,
Yeah.
the issue is, so the way this deck will win is I need to play a board before you start playing your boards.
Yeah.
And I hit 6, and I was like, I had 2 Garyus and nothing to show for it, and I was like,
and he can't play himself, can he?
He can. It's just
It sucks.
It's just not good. I could double draw. Yeah, it's just not preferable. And then like, I didn't even have a Forte to play on 6, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it
But
happens.
that's the price I get for you know, maining dragon. I'll for someone I equally piss off for just forteing to face. I'll
Yeah.
just another game I just won't see her. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right, guys, that wraps up this game. We still have one more round to go. So hopefully the last match here two that are finishing up, they finish up shortly. I'll see you guys when the next round starts. Thanks for watching as always. And if you haven't already, give us some likes on this stream. It helps out a lot with the YouTube stuff. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining too. If you joined this tournament, thank you so much. As you know, coming out every week, it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in joining these events, they happen every Wednesday at the same time, 6 p.m. PST is when they go off. Every event is usually 3 to 4 rounds, depending on the number of players. There's no top cut anymore. So we just get a clean 3-4 round tournament with like usually one undefeated. A lot of fun. If you need some practice right before the showdown, the last one should be happening next week on Wednesday, unless I end up being swamped into a big training arc right before showdown for myself in my playtest group. But I don't foresee that happening. I think Wednesday is usually my day where I chill. So yeah, hopefully we'll see some more new faces in next week's event. But other than that, we'll see you guys once the next round starts. Thanks as always, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, I just checked in. It looks like the last match is just on the cusp of finishing, so the next round should be starting in like 1 to 2 minutes here. Thanks for your patience, everyone. We are on the last round. Let me go ahead and update the bracket here. There we go. Yeah. Weekly's going great. We're on the last round here. I'm waiting for everyone to find their partners, and I'm going to jump in and we'll get a match on stream here. As always, everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff there. I was able to get the chat up as well. I figured it'll be a little bit more fun for you guys seeing chat on stream for the people that are actually watching. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and watch the undefeated match, I believe, which is Habibi Biggie versus Ruby. I'm going to jump into their game here. All right, let me set this up for you guys. Close this off, shut this off. Let's go.
Is it really? That's what the other guy said. And I have, funny enough, not played a single one. I guess I've been dodging.
All right, we got Wardhaven once again versus Kuon here. Let me get their deck codes up on screen for you guys.
And how would you like me to cut?
It's whatever. These are all casuals. I don't mind whatever.
Just
Oh wait, that was the right code.
Say that again.
I was just saying. I was just gonna roll the app.
Okay, that's fine. Rolled a 3.
Got a 4. Haven. I'll go.
Is it me or is it him?
Wait, did he just disconnected or something?
I think so. I think we might have lost him.
Oh no. I guess we'll give him a minute and see what happens there.
Yeah.
We might have lost Habibi Biggie here. Well, while we're waiting for our room player to hopefully return, if you guys aren't aware, these events are ran every week on Wednesday, as long as I'm able to show up, which is basically every time. There's only been one Wednesday so far. We had to skip Saturday, had prior arrangements. But if you're interested in joining, make sure to join our Discord server, which you can find in the description section of the YouTube stream video, whatever. Join our Discord there. We do it every Wednesday at 6 p.m. PST is when it starts. Usually signups go up an hour beforehand, and we get round one usually kicked off around 6:15 PST from there.
Maybe it was me, actually.
And then, yeah, it's free to enter. There's no real prizing other than, I guess, bragging rights for the most part. But if you're looking for, practice right before the Grand Showdown next week, it'd be a good time to join. Probably might be the biggest one next week, depending on how many people haven't already flew out to California. Oh no, is he dying again? Oh no, he's there.
He's a little pixely, but
Does it look bad on your screen?
you're fine now. It comes and goes.
Yeah, just let me know. I will keep.
I will keep this hand as well.
And turn 1. I will pass turn 1.
Okay. I will draw. Spend 1.
So we've already seen this matchup kind of on stream before. If Haven can kind of provide enough board pressure early on, you can really push damage. And Ruby here has a really solid Haven Ward Haven list. Definitely check it out. Deck code there on the bottom right hand corner for their deck. Surprisingly, can pull out a lot of damage a little bit more quickly than I thought it could originally. And to some of these slower matchups too that don't have very great board wipes and stuff that they always have easy access to. You know, you can get in a lot of damage or present really threatening boards, surprisingly, off of one card, which is very nice for
Draw.
Wardhaven.
Spend 2. I will play Animus Lion. Give Snake Priestess +1 attack. I will swing face for 2. And then I will swing face for 2. And end my turn.
Alright.
So we're turn 2. Our rune player is already down to 16 life total.
I will play Agnes Tachyon for 2. Then we will play. That could work. We will. Play Angelic Snipe on the priestess.
Okay.
And then we'll deal -1/-1 to the priestess. And then I'll have the paper.
Surprised they didn't opt to just run the Angelic Snipe into the Lion, then -1/-1 on Snake Priestess, so it's 0-2, and then swing in with the
Pass my turn there.
2/2 token there, leaving a token on board, still representing some lethality there.
I'll play
They're gonna have to deal with, but opted not to.
Evo point to evolve.
All right, Falcon coming out, evoing. I assume we're gonna just go ahead and grab that Lion here. Oh no, guess not. Did I misremember this card? I thought it gets to pull something out when it evos, or do you have to pay for that portion of the text? Let me double check here.
We'll summon a paper Shikigami and then bury it to deal.
Oh, it's on a Vol 6 enemy fall and deal 2 damage to it. I'm thinking Diamond Master. My brain. This is all over the place tonight.
And I'll pass.
Draw.
Curse Crafter coming in, answering that board quite easily here. Opting not to evo the Curse Crafter though. Oh yeah, they went first, so they do not have the evo points.
Give her ward.
Diamond Master coming out here.
Alright, and that's the one where I have to target her, right?
Yes.
Alright. Draw. I'll go ahead and play Surefire Bullet and deal 3 to her.
Okay.
And then I will pay 1 to Evo the Curse Crafter and deal another 2 to her.
Okay.
And then I will swing 3 of life. And I'll pass there.
Draw. Spend 2. I'll play Phantom Blade Wielder.
Sure.
I will spend an Evo point to evolve. I'll deal 2 damage to your Curse Crafter. And then at the end of my turn, I'll deal another 2 to her.
Sure. Is that at the
start of my end phase?
At the start of your phase, cool. I will also, at the end of the turn, Surefire Bullet it. Draw for turn. We'll pay 3 for Truce Education to draw 2. And then I'll pay 2 for a Traditional Sorcerer. And we will heal 2. play Paper Shikigami.
Okay.
And then end of turn, I will ward it up and pass.
Draw. Let's see. Spend 5. I'll play Wilbert.
All right.
Look at the top 5.
Wilbert coming down here on 6. Hopefully, we're going to hit something good.
Or Saintly Leader.
Not bad. Saintly Leader, being able to get rid of that token, meaning one less draw discard, is feels always really good in this matchup.
And I will end my turn.
Sure. That's he's a 4/5, right?
Yes, he is a
a
4/5.
little bit. Cool. I will draw. We'll pay 1 for an insight. Then we'll pay 3 for a concentration. We'll heal 3 and draw 1. And I'll go ahead and pay 2 for a Shikigami Summons. We will draw 1 and summon a Paper Shikigami. I will attempt to swing 1 at life, and then 2 more.
Spend 1. I will play Holy Counterattack. I'll deal 4 damage to your 1/4.
Yeah, surprisingly, this week we had a ton of Rune players showing up in Force, along with a few Abyss players as well, surprisingly. Actually, no Force this week.
We'll pass there.
Draw.
See, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Rune already up to 11. If they remove the 2 on the board here, they will go up to 13. Though, I mean, Saintly Leader's on the board, which means they do have a chance to go ahead and banish 1, making it a little bit harder for Rune to go ahead and get to their 15 total engrave.
3. I'll play Ruby Falcon. I will spend 1 to Evo.
Falcon coming out here, going to be able to push some extra damage with Wilbert along with it as well.
Warded Shikigami.
All right, well, popping one of the Shikigamis here. I assume we're going to be swinging in for some big damage.
And draw 1 more.
Okay. I will attack face for 2.
Sure.
You'll take 1 more damage, so you're at 18.
Okay.
I will go face for 4.
And that's 1 more there, right?
Yep. So you'll be at 13. Then I will spend 2 points to give my Ruby Falcon Storm, and I will go face for 4.
4.
And I end my turn.
So this was really the big push turn here. I think, you know, if Rune doesn't have the really good answer here for the board state, it's going to be pretty rough for them. 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up to 11, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1 away here. So he could run in the 2/2 to go to 15 and go ahead and just drop a bunch of Kuons and deshift this turn. With 1 open, the only thing your opponent's really threatening is Angelic Snipe or Holy Counterattack, which only deals 4, which means some of your stuff is really going to get removed. If they use the removal on the 2/2 Shikigami token, then you're kind of fine. But obviously, it looks like he does not have multiple copies of Kuon or possibly deshift in his hand to kind of go off this turn. So it looks like we're going to just kind of control the board here with Agnes Tachyon and then hopefully live another turn to really pop off and deal with this board state.
Okay, you'll take 1 damage.
Alright. And then I'll deal -1/-1 to the 4/3. Which one ping me for damage?
All right, Wilbert here growing smaller and smaller by the second. Do we run the token in? Oh, we're just gonna opt to Evo. I assume we're gonna get like maybe a snipe here or something. I assume we need to get something here that does answer Saintly Leader. I believe it's a 2/4, right? So what are we gonna get here? Could see another just Surefire, or possibly for 3. I mean, we could. Or opting for Angelic Snipe, they possibly have another thing going on here. Not the worst here. Shikigami Summons. We're going to get another body on the board, draw a card, -1/-1 somewhere. And then honestly, we could trade the board in here to kind of completely clear the board after that. We just shrink Saintly Leader, then that lets our board trade efficiently here.
I'll have the paper Shikigami swing into Wilbur.
Okay, you'll take 1 damage.
Sure. And then we'll draw 1, discard a trial to draw another 1. And then I will attempt to have Agnes swing in to the 1/3.
Spend 1. I'll play Holy Counterattack.
Yeah.
Holy Counterattack coming in there, super clutch.
And I will pass there.
Draw.
There's a high chance like the game could potentially be over depending on like what type of extra reach we have here. Ooh, paying 7. Okay, we're gonna pull out. What do we plan? Is it Wilbert or is it something like Ruby Falcon? Get that 4 damage in. 4 + 5, 6 because the thing drops in the 1 short. Then, ooh, that's pretty rough.
Wilbert.
So yeah, Wilbert. Oh no, Ruby Falcon. Wait, no, Ruby Falcon needs to pay 2 extra to get the storm. Forget that's not inherent. So Wilbur coming in hot to build this board. One of the, like I said earlier, one of the big strengths of Havencraft's ward deck is that 1 card is pretty efficient at building a pretty wide board over and over again. Aether of the White Wing being such a powerful card, being able to grab Wilbert, and then Wilbert being able to just top check and then hopefully find a really powerful card here. Something like this to really pop off with. Dylan 3 here. Possibly could Evo. They probably won't really need to Evo. I don't know if they will just because they have the extra play point or they need to hold it up for possible Holy Counterattack.
Saintly Leader will attack face for 1.
Sure.
I will ward Wilbert, Aether, and Holy Lancer, and I end my turn.
We got the quad ward here, meaning it's going to be incredibly rough for D-Shift to really push through this. I could see a turn where they play Kuon, well, they're probably not going to do it now, but they could have played their Kuon, they could have D-Shift, go back to their turn, play Meteor Storm, then swing in with everything. That should be lethal-ish, right? No, it's 9. That only does 12 damage, so they would need to do a little bit extra here. But looks like that is not going to happen. But we're at least going to be able to... Oh my god, the damage from that is insane.
And I will pass there.
Wilbert putting in a lot of work here. Any storm basically wins the game here for Ward Haven. So let's see it happen. We're going to see a line come out.
Spend 5. Well, actually, hold on. I'll spend 1. I'll play Bellringer Angel.
Okay.
Spend 5. I'll play Holy Lancer. I'll ping your Merlin for 3.
Okay.
Ward both of these and end my turn.
Ooh, no way to find the extra 2 damage. This is one of the big issues that I really hate about this deck. It just, you get into scenarios like this, you're like, oh my god, I just need like 1 swing with anything, and it seems like every turn seems pretty impossible to get through. So this is definitely a turn where you just gotta kind of have to all in at this point, because either you answer the board and you give them another turn to find some kind of lethal line here.
Top. Goes to the top of my deck, right?
Correct, on spell chain 10.
Right, okay.
I will play Kuon for 0. I will tap Kuon to swing into the Bell Ringer.
Draw.
Bellringer letting them draw the same card they top decked here. Another Kuon. I assume we're going to get maybe a D-Shift here.
Cast D-Shift.
Yep, and that should be game. That's one of the things. Kuon is just so good at closing out games. The later it goes, you just like, they can just push so much damage. They have a whole nother turn of 10 play points essentially to work with here. So even if they had to do more damage, they have ways to find it.
And 5 after that.
You got it.
Oh man, good game.
All right, top deck. Well,
Oh, that was the card I thought you had for a second. Last
Spicy didn't end the turn. There was a chance that Haven was going to win there off of Amethyst Lion.
Man, that was fun. I haven't played against this deck in, it feels like several months.
All right, guys. You know, as always, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Like I said, next week, same time, same bat channel as always. You know, thank you for chilling out here, watching the stream, getting some games in. Really appreciate everyone that watches the stream. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube normal stuff going on. But besides that, guys, hopefully we'll see you next week. I should have some videos coming out. I do have I think a Ward Haven list that is ready to be posted. So it should be going up tonight and then it'll be live tomorrow. And then I have a couple other discussion videos I have planned that should also be coming out this weekend, or at least early next week. I should have them recorded at least by this weekend. So, you know, watch out for that stuff. And as always, you know, you can join our Discord channel if you need to join. If you want to join these events or even suggest video topics and stuff like that, join our Discord. It is in the description below. Just go ahead and join through there. And every week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. PST, I post up signups and everything there. And hopefully we'll see a lot of new faces next week, because I know it's the right before the Grand Showdown, and I'm sure everyone's trying to get in some extra practice to really grind out the game there. But besides that, guys, we'll hopefully see you guys in another stream or video later, everyone. Thanks for watching, as always.